Ouch. What's up, peg leggers? We're headed to Rawhide Harley Davidson today. See about possibly, and I do say possibly, trading in my current Breakout. For those of you guys who don't know, this year they brought back the Breakout. It has been discontinued. I think they discontinued it in 2018, 2019 possibly. They discontinued the Breakout. I don't know why. It's one of their best looking bikes, but you know, they do all kinds of stuff. So, but anyway, so yeah, they discontinued the Breakout, but this year they brought it back. So I'm gonna see about possibly getting the 2023 model. They changed a few things to it this year. They got some cool color schemes. They got the vivid black, they got the denim black, and then they got the Baja orange. I'm not a big fan of the Baja orange, but I love the denim black on it, the flat black. So I'm gonna try and see about ordering one of those if the numbers look right. They switched from the 3-gallon tank to a 5-gallon tank. They have the biggest change is the Milwaukee 8 engine. They upgraded it to a 117 starting base, so that's pretty awesome. That's a big jump from what I got now. I currently got a 107 Milwaukee 8, so that'll be nice because it's a better platform for me to build on than the 107 that I have currently. I'll be able to jump all the way to a 131 when I stage 4 it, which as I stand right now with this bike, I think I can only go up to like a 120, 124. So definitely going to be able to get a lot more horsepower out of it, especially since the end goal is a supercharge. So that's going to be a better platform, I think, for me to build on. There's a couple things I can tell you right off the bat I'm going to have to change about the bike. I don't like the mirrors on it. I don't like the exhaust, obviously. Most people change the exhaust anyway. And I don't like the wheels. I like the wheels on my current Breakout a lot more than I do on the new one, but I was planning on changing the wheels on my current Breakout at some point anyway, so the wheels on the new bike aren't as big of a deal breaker for me, if you will, because, you know, like I said, I found some really cool custom wheels that I was planning on getting for my Breakout anyway. So for those of you guys who don't know how to ride in the cold, we got a little bit of a relay going on. So me and my dad, we've been switching off. So when he gets too cold, he gets in the car's up there, Zach's driving. So we'll switch off. So a little pro tip for you guys when you got to do these types of deals. It's pretty cold out today. It's like 20 degrees. So I'm chilling. But yeah, so we'll see what kind of deals they want to work out, and we'll kind of go from there. We'll play with the numbers and see what's doable, and we'll get back to you guys and see what happens after we kind of negotiate and talk to them about, you know, what we're looking at. I do think that the denim black, the flat black that I want, I think they do up the price like $500 or something like that for the paint. So that'll kind of be a factor in there too, but I really don't want to sacrifice on the color because, you know, I kind of made a couple of sacrifices on this bike when I bought it. But yeah, it looks like we're here, so we're gonna go inside. I don't think we're gonna be able to look at the bike today because I don't think they have any in stock. So they told me that if the numbers look right, I'll get to ordering one. I do think they said they had one coming in on Monday, but it was the vivid black, which I really do want the denim black. So, you know, we'll have to go from there. They don't even have any of the bikes outside today. It's so cold. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it records everything. It's pretty cool.
No kidding.
Records the back and the front of the
I was
bike.
wondering how you guys always did that.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
And you can change like the angles on it. It's really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah. I was wondering because I was like, well, is this big old pole sticking on the top of the head?
Yeah, it's invisible
Like,
too,
what's
so
going on?
you can't see it.
Yeah, like you don't see the rider at all, and you can do
No.
360 degrees.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a neat little camera.
A little chilly, huh?
A little bit.
At least it's not extreme.
Let's go.
Everybody just calm down. Count of 3.
Well, guys, looks like it didn't really quite work out at Harley. We couldn't really get the numbers to quite match up, so we're gonna try something a little bit different. I've been looking at a lot of the Triumph rockets.
What did you just say?
And playing around with that idea as well. So it's just down the street from the Harley dealership, so we figured since we already got the bike out and we're already kind of in the mood for making a deal, we might as well go inside and check it out. See what we can make happen. So, you know, guys, even going back from episode 1, I had talked about the rockets highly, and I talked about how, you know, they were a much better platform to start, just starting off, you know, for the money when you're talking about adding performance. You know, so this deal could make a lot of sense. Ironically enough, I was actually looking at a couple other local dealerships in my area, and I did come across a rocket in particular that really caught my eye, and it says it's available, so we'll go and see if it's still there and check it out and, you know, see what happens. You know, like I said, with the way that the numbers line up as far as like what you get torque wise and horsepower wise, for what I would spend upgrading the Breakout, I mean, this rocket Breakout swap could make a lot of sense. So I don't know, we'll see.
Let's try this again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What is up, guys? I know what you guys are thinking. Where's the Breakout? Yeah, so last night we ended up making a really good deal for this rocket. So things unfortunately didn't pan out at Harley. Absolutely no hard feelings with them by any means, just want to point that out. But yeah, I mean, we just couldn't get the numbers to line up. We ended up going out to ride now and checking out this amazing torque monster of a machine, a 2023 Rocket 3R. Let's go. Let's go. This bike, freaking amazing. Absolutely loving it. This is, you know, it's a little chilly out today, but I absolutely had to go get this thing out on the road. Super excited. Super excited. Breakout is gone, unfortunately. I wish I was in a financial situation that I could have kept both of them, but I could not. And you know, I still couldn't be happier with the outcome. I am very excited for this bike. I've been wanting a rocket for a very long time. It's definitely something that was on my list of vehicles I wanted to own before I die, and we can check that one off, guys. We can check that one right there off on the list. So I am super excited. Team Rocket all the way. You guys already know. So yeah, I'm super excited. For those of you guys that don't know anything about the Triumph rockets, you guys are currently looking at a 2500cc monster. Yes, you heard me right, 2500cc. This is a 2023 3R. They make two different versions. They got the 3R and then they got the 3GT. So the difference between the GT and the R really just kind of cosmetics. They do have, the GT has forward controls, whereas the R, like I'm on, has mid controls. Unfortunately, we didn't get to really record the process of buying this bike just because of all the, you know, personal paperwork and things that are involved in that. But I will show you guys what it was like bringing it home. We ended up having to bring it home late last night. And it was a bit of a cluster. Definitely was a rough first date with my new rocket, I will say. So we'll go ahead and cut to that now, and you guys can check that out. Oh, this is gonna suck ass.
Text me when you get home.
Yes, we'll do.
When you get home safe, alrighty?
All right, man.
Guys, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll see ya. Thank you. All right, my first time on a Triumph rocket. So it looks like we ended up coming up with a good deal for the Breakout. So we walked away with this instead. Let's see if I can make it home without freezing to death. I don't even know what the temperature is. I don't even want to think about it. It's so cold. Best time to buy a bike. Dead of winter. Freezing out here. Tires feel so slick on the road. The brand new tires. They got that powder stuff. That when the road's being cold, this is not an ideal situation. I'm on a brand new bike. It's dark outside. Everybody's in a rush coming home from work, trying not to freeze to death. I am freezing to death. My fingertips hurt so bad. Luckily, it's not too far of a ride home. Oh. I don't know if I'm gonna make it the whole way. I'm having a hard time just hanging on to the bars. My hands are going numb. If I don't have to do highway much longer, I think I can make it, but I don't know. It's getting pretty iffy. This is not fun. Oh God, so cold. Oh Jesus. Freaking freezing, my hands hurt so bad. Felt like I was gonna lose control of the bike. My hands were getting so cold. I couldn't control my hands anymore. Yeah. Tried to make it as long as I could. Oh. Ouch. So bad, Zach.
It's so cold, yeah.
I almost froze to death. I had to switch off with my dad. He about saved my life, pretty much. Was pretty sure I was close to getting hypothermia. Oh my gosh, dude. So much pull. Oh man. This thing is just, it turns so much better than the Breakout does. It's just ridiculous, the handling on this. This thing is just so nimble. It's so nimble. I think it's pushing like probably close to 700 pounds wet, but I mean, you don't feel it at all. This thing is just, it's so you can just throw it around so easily. It's great. I'm still trying to get used to this bike. I do have a break-in period for this bike, so I can't do anything too crazy with it. I have to stay under 4,000 RPMs, and then it has like a bracket that you can go up in the brackets, but it has a much bigger RPM range than what I'm used to. You know, the Breakout pretty much redlined out at close to 5,000 RPM, right around 5,000 RPM. So this bike, you know, is redlining around 7,000. Much bigger displacement, got a lot more to play with, so it's freaking crazy. But yeah, I debated, you know, back and forth on what I wanted to do about, you know, getting the rocket. and you know, it's just a much better platform. You know, I think I'm really just going to supercharge this and then it's good to go. You know, I mean, 165 horsepower stock, that's more than what I was going to get, you know, stage 4ing the Breakout, to be honest. And this is just without doing anything to it. So much better bang for my buck, and you know, I couldn't have been happier making this choice. Huge shout out to the guys at Ride Now, KC, for helping me and hooking me up with this thing. You know, super grateful for those guys. They're super high-end quality out there, I'll tell you. I've never been to a dealership that I was more comfortable with than out there at Ride Now, KC. So if you guys are in the area, make sure you guys are checking them out if you're needing for all your bike buying needs. I wasn't expecting yesterday to end out the way that it did, with me walking away with the Rocket and putting it in my garage, but I couldn't be more excited and grateful for everybody involved that helped and make this possible. And you know, just goes to show that hard work pays off, and making smart moves, it really does pay off, guys. So spending your money wisely does help. Taking care of your things does help. You know, but yeah, so there's a lot of tech on here that I'm just not used to. You know, on the Breakout, you're talking, it has, you know, your gas gauge, your RPMs, your gear indicator, you know, things like that. This thing is like a PlayStation 5, dude. It even says my name when I get on. That's a custom thing you can do, is put your name in there. I'll show you guys a video of it starting up with my name on there. But yeah, I mean, it has, you can switch between different riding modes. It's got a rain mode, it's got a sport mode, you know, road mode, which is just like basically just like cruising around normal. Sport mode, that's for doing, you know, the speed limit, you know, when you want to make sure that you do the speed limit. That's sport mode. Freaking fantastic. You know, I love these bar end mirrors. These bar end mirrors are great. I can see pretty much everything I need to see. Check that out. Good evening, Lord Donovan. So that's another cool feature about these Rockets, is that they will even have a custom name that you can enter in on your dash. So whenever you start it up, it'll say like good morning or good night to whoever, whatever name you put in there. So that's pretty neat. So, funny story about why I have it say Lord Donovan. It's definitely not an ego thing by any means, trust me. So for my birthday last year, my brother, he bought me some land in Scotland. So I know that sounds crazy, but they have like a little like program that you can do where you can buy like a 1 foot square piece of land, and when you do that, they plant like a tree on it with a plaque with your name on it. And basically, for those of you guys that don't know, when you own land in Scotland, you officially have a lordship. So I'm a lord, so I'm officially a lord now. It's got to be like the best birthday present I've ever got. Like, he is a freaking awesome dude. So like, huge shout out to my little brother. I love you so much, man. You are freaking amazing. So I thought it was a nice little ode to him to put my name as Lord Donovan on my Rocket. But yeah, I mean, it's official. I can get it as a in my passport. I can get it on my driver's license, all of that. So that's pretty neat. Also, the lordships are passed down as well. So you know, when I die, my kids can take over, and they will also be lords and ladies. So it's freaking awesome. The only thing that I wasn't a big fan of at first was the mid controls, and I think that's mostly just because I come off of the Breakout and it had forward controls, so I kept reaching for them and they weren't there. You know, but this is my second time out on the bike and I'm already getting used to it, and I actually think that it helps me corner better. I know that might sound weird. I don't know if it's just because I'm more like centralized in the bike, but I do feel like I can turn a lot better on this bike than I could in the Breakout. And I know that, you know, this is a completely different machine. I know that the rake degrees are different, and all that also plays a factor as well. But, you know, that's actually the funny thing. I do remember seeing a couple reviews on this bike, and they were saying that that it doesn't really handle all too great in the canyons. It's not terrible, don't get me wrong. They weren't saying it was terrible, but they were just saying that it didn't handle, you know, as great in the canyons as they were hoping it would. But I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm coming off of a Harley, a stretched out Harley at that, but this bike, I mean, I have no problems turning at all. I mean, I feel like it's a breeze. I feel like I can go like 20-30 miles per hour faster in the turns than I could on the Breakout, if I'm being honest. So I mean, it's freaking wild. This bike has a 4.33 inch bore and a 3.4 inch stroke. So ladies, you know, that's a really big stroke, right?
You big dick freak show, like join the circus.
The bore on this thing is the same as a 707 horsepower Hellcat. Isn't that wild? It's freaking wild, dude. It's a 3-cylinder. The Rocket is the biggest motor that you can get for a motorcycle right now. It's the biggest engine. You can't get a bigger engine for a motorcycle stock than the Rocket right now. It currently holds the record. So we are cruising in style, boys. Cruising in style. It's got Cobra tires. It has a Cobra on my tires, guys. A Cobra. You know how fucking cool Cobras are, bro? Cobra! Tires. It's freaking awesome. This paint job is insane. I'll have to show you guys the paint job. It's matte silver. But yeah, check that out. Matte silver. I got our UK logo, you know, because this is a British bike. Yeah, check that out. That matte silver looks good in the daytime, looks good in the nighttime. I got our regular logo there. The rear tire on that is a 240, just like the Breakout was. So yeah, this 3-cylinder 2500cc torque monster, it's insane. I said you got real close to the road earlier when you burnt out. Yeah, I thought you were gonna fall off. I was like, oh shit. A couple cool features that I read about in the manual. It does have a shift indicator. I guess the whole dash will light up orange, which that's freaking awesome. And then the other cool thing is that it has self-canceling turn signals, you know, just like the Breakout. So that was another thing. That way I'm not doing the same stuff I did on the Shadow. But yeah, I mean, it's got a hill hold mode, which basically it'll like lock the back tire when you're on a hill for you, and then I think it releases when you like release the clutch and give it a little bit of throttle. It'll like release the back brake, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature. But yeah, man, I'm loving this matte silver. It's freaking wild. It's such a cool color. But I'm gonna miss the Breakout. I might buy another one day. You know, if you guys all subscribe to my YouTube channel and I make those big YouTube bucks. But the end goal for the Rocket is to definitely supercharge. So I'm gonna get a supercharger, and yes, they do make a supercharger for it. So I'm gonna start saving up for that now. They don't make too many exhaust options from what I've seen, but I'm gonna look around, shop around, and see what I can do. Might even try and make my own exhaust. So Riding this Rocket 3R is like trying to, like, I don't know, like ride along on the back of a fucking centaur, and he's like all hyped up on cocaine. That's what it feels like. But it's manageable though, you know. It's like you can feel the power, but it's like it's very manageable. It's not like, you know, like unwielding at all. It's you know, it's like it only goes when you want it to go, and it stops when you want it to stop. It's got Brembo brakes on here. They're great brakes. The seat, not too crazy about the seat, but it's definitely not the most uncomfortable bike I've ever sat on. But you know, this bike's got it's built more for, you know, what it's designed for. It's a rocket. It's not, you know, it's not meant to be a lazy boy. Yeah, these bikes, they'll run you close to around like 24,000, somewhere around there, depending on like dealership fees and taxes and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's not a cheap bike at all. But I mean, you get a lot for it, and it's quality. This is a very, very quality bike. This is a lifelong bike. You know, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get this bike, is just because it's like, it's a once in a lifetime type of thing, you know, to own a super bike. Like, it's not something that you can you know, you can do every day. It's not something that you see every day. I mean, this thing just looks like it's from like the year, like, I don't know, like 2085. Like, this thing just looks like it's not even supposed to be here. It's just like a rocket on the street. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's craziness. But once I get used to this thing, definitely calling out the VMAX for sure. So you guys will get to see that. I know everyone wants to see it. You know, it'll be an interesting race. He's got a 4-cylinder. I got a 3-cylinder. He's got more horsepower. Pretty sure more torque. I think they're pretty close weight-wise. You know, I got traction control, so that'll help a little bit. So it'll be an interesting race. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Really appreciate the support that all you guys are giving out. Means a lot to me. We're going to keep this thing going. Hopefully we have more bigger and better surprises for you guys. I'm going to have some cool rocket videos now, so you guys can look forward to that. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Well, that's it. She's for sale. You've been a good machine to me. I'm gonna miss you, girl. I hope whoever takes this bike takes good care of it. Yeah, it's probably the last time I see the Breakout. Last time you guys see the Breakout. There you go. For sale sticker. Up here at Ride Now.
I don't know where you came from, but this road is yours to trail, made to mold into a song that's sung before your day. So you found the beat, the melody, the words to lift your soul. You were made with love. You were made with love. You were made with love for this world.